Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NGN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notification.
6 weeks after he was crowned Olu of Warri Kingdom, Ogiame Atuwatse III on Tuesday, 5th of October 2021, officially derobed Chief Ayiri Emami as Ologbotsere of Warri Kingdom in a brief ceremony which took place at the Olu's palace in Warri. Ogiame Atuwatse III had invited the Ologbotsere Eyimisa descendants to the palace, where he officially announced to them that Chief Ayiri Emami should no longer be referred to as Ologbotsere and the chief of Warri Kingdom. Ogiame Atuwatse further directed Pa Hickson Oporokun, the Olori Ebi of the Ologbotsere family, to conduct all activities as it relates to the Ologbotsere family going forward. Chief Ayiri Emami, who had earlier been suspended as Ologbotsere of Warri Kingdom by the Giniwa I ruling house in April this year, is already in court challenging that suspension. He is also challenging the process that threw up Ogiame Atuwatse III as Olu designate, insisting that due process was not followed. When Inside the Niger Delta spoke to Chief Ayiri Emami on the phone to get his reaction, he laughed off the action of the Olu, describing it as an act of illegality. Ayiri, who refused to acknowledge to Inside the Niger Delta that Ogiame Atuwatse III is indeed the Olu of Warri, says Prince Shola Emiko is a member of the Giniwa I ruling house and has no locus to take any decision or action pertaining to his chieftaincy title of Ologbotsere of Warri, which is a family title belonging to the Ologbotsere Eyimisa descendants of Warri Kingdom. Ayiri, who says that no one can derobe a chief in Shekiri Kingdom, insisted that once a chief, and a Shekiri chief is a chief forever. He referred Inside the Niger Delta to a book written by eminent Ishekiri jurist Justice Rufus Ugbobine, a former High Court judge in the defunct Bendel State, titled The Foundation of Ishekiri Culture, the Benin Influence, in page 58, where he wrote, and I quote, "Once a chief, always a chief, but any chief who falls from grace with the Oba or the Olu may be advised to withdraw from the affairs of the palace until he is able to make the necessary amends," unquote. Ayiri also told Inside the Niger Delta that the action of Ogiame Atuwatse III was illegal, null and void, and of no effect whatsoever. He therefore maintains that he remains the Ologbotsere of Warri Kingdom. It will be recalled that last month, Ogiame Atuwatse III conducted a revalidation and confirmation exercise for all chiefs in Warri Kingdom. That exercise was boycotted by Chief Ayiri Emami, who says he could not have gone for a revalidation exercise as Ogiame Atuwatse III was not, in his eyes, the Olu of Warri Kingdom. Apart from Chief Ayiri's lawsuit, Prince Oyowole Emiko, son of Ogiame Ikenwole, is also in court challenging the process and indeed the nomination of Ogiame Atuwatse III as the 21st Olu of Warri Kingdom. Ayiri Emami's opposition to the selection of Ogiame Atuwatse III is born out of his belief that his selection is a violation of paragraph 2 and paragraph 4 of the 1979 Chieftaincy Edict, which governs the process for the selection of an Olu of Warri Kingdom. According to the edict, upon the demise of an Olu, succession goes to the son, brother, uncle, grandson, or any other relative or descendant in the ruling house from the last 3 Olus in that order. As the controversy over the Olu of Warri stool continues, Ishekiris and indeed other Nigerians continue to wonder if it is so impossible to have a peaceful resolution of the differences. If, however, the contending parties fail to resolve on their own, then the law courts will decide whether or not Ogiame Atuwatse III is indeed the rightful occupant of the exalted throne of the Olu of Warri Kingdom.
Inside the Niger Delta.